Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Alex. Today we are going to discuss prenups. Prenups are basically contracts where couples decide on how they will distribute their assets and property in case of divorce or dissolution of their marriage. One of the interesting cases I've read recently is the case of Radmacher versus Granatino. This is an English case. Now, in this case, we had a couple who were in love and got married. But before they got married, the father of the lady was a very rich guy. And he wanted the lady's inheritance, the daughter's inheritance protected. So he advised his daughter to execute a prenup with her husband-to-be. They execute a prenup before marriage. Now, during the subsistence of the marriage, the husband went on and grew in his career in the banking sector. But he later on left his job and got a teaching job, which was less paying than the job he had. So he took a pay cut. Their marriage didn't work out. And around 2008, they started their divorce proceedings. They had separated. Now, in the UK, at that time, prenups were not acceptable. They were illegal. The law didn't provide for them per se. This case made prenups become acceptable and gave them some legal covering in the UK. Now, in this case, at the High Court, the judge had held in favor of the husband that though they had executed a prenup, it could not be relied on because the husband claimed that he did not have legal advice before he executed it. And based on that, the judge threw out the prenup. He considered it, but he did not apply it in this case. The wife was dissatisfied and appealed to the Supreme Court. Now, in the Supreme Court of the UK, the justices held that prenups are valid and are enforceable unless the parties are able to show that they were unfair in the way they were created. This case went on to become a landmark decision in the UK. Many countries have opened up to prenups becoming legal within their jurisprudence. Some countries are still apprehensive about it. In Uganda, prenups are not legal per se, but courts have found a way of incorporating them within our jurisprudence. One of the popular cases we have is the case of Julius Rwabinumi versus Bahimbisomwe. In this case, the Supreme Court of Uganda decided that property that a couple or a spouse obtains before the subsistence of a marriage is free from sharing. What that means is that another spouse cannot have a claim to that property. It went on to say that for property which is acquired during the subsistence of a marriage, any spouse who wants to claim it or wants a share of such property must prove or must show that they contributed towards the acquisition of that property. That contribution can be monetary or physical support or any other kind of support, as long as a spouse shows that they contributed towards the acquisition of that property. We have had cases where a spouse stays at home while the other goes to work. The spouse that stays at home looks after the household, looks after the children, while the other one is at work. And that contribution is also factored in during the sharing of marital property during divorce. Where a spouse is unable to prove their contribution towards the acquisition of property, that property is not subject to sharing during divorce or dissolution of marriages. I hope this has been helpful to you. Thank you for listening. Subscribe, like, share. Till next time, cheers.